Hello, and welcome to episode 193 of the Book Wars Pod.
We're back, baby.
Crushed it.
I was gonna say limping in here. We spent 20 fucking minutes because all of us were like doing a round robin. Like, I hear an echo. No, I hear an echo.
Yeah. People whose fault it is were late, not Chris. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, I just want you to know it was 6:25, and you had literally just stepped out the shower and hadn't filled in the outline at all. So
And I was here at 6:30.
I was waiting to come into the Riverside because nobody else was on the Google Doc, so I thought I thought everybody else was late.
I mean,
I was here at 6, just FYI.
Assumption.
Well, fuck off.
Devin's always so.
You don't get bonus points for being early.
He's the producer.
Uh,
Please don't say anything mean to him. What if he also quits?
Yeah.
Dropping like flies.
Oh my god. Anyway, it's fine. It's the running gag.
Anyway, as you can hear, I'm Chris. I'm here with Kate, Miranda, and Devin. How's everybody doing today?
Bad.
Yeah.
It's been one of those days. There was a fire in our building, so that was nice.
What the
Oh.
hell?
Yeah, so we are usually in Helms, but Helms is being renovated, so we
Yes.
moved us to the psychology building, and apparently like the floor above us is like a lab, and they just sometimes fires happen. So I use it as an
Oh.
excuse to go home.
Yes.
That's a good.
Good fucking call.
The Battle of
Yeah.
Jeddah. Sometimes fires happen.
It's kind of true though. This is just reminded me of when I was in high school, and I got there was one wonky Bunsen burner for Chem Lab, and every so often it'd be like, oh, I've got the one that shoots fire out its butt if you turn the fucking knob wrong and the knob falls off, and then and like, thank God I had the presence of mind when I was 15 to like hit the fucking gas valve, because like we were just like for like 2 seconds like staring at it like, are we all about to die? It was great. I love chemistry. I actually do, but anyway.
I, for one, hate chemistry.
I know, that's why you just
I'm bad at it, and I don't like
that's
it.
why I'm just like cheated off my tests for a semester, basically.
That is untrue.
Okay.
Excuse you.
You did take my notes for a semester.
Yes, which is a perfectly legal thing to do.
No one cares what you did in college. Go on.
Goes on your permanent record.
Oh my fucking god.
It's true.
Can you believe this fucking square? I swear to God. Go. I don't think you even like you kind of said what book we're reading, but like you didn't.
Well, some of us didn't read at all. I, in fact, listened to the Star Wars audio drama,
You're
The
in
Battle
that-
of Jeddah.
You're in that fucking mood, huh?
By George
Great.
Mann.
Great.
The funny thing is I'm about to go out of town like at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and so this is really how we're leaving it.
I just got back from out of town, and like, what a time to be alive.
See, we made it work for you, listeners.
I am not going to see this man for 4 days, and that's going to be a-okay.
See, she
Bye-bye.
says that, but she is going to need to talk to somebody at the house tomorrow.
God, I forgot there was a guy coming over to
Yep.
deal with stuff at the house.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
Fuck.
Isn't that what having a husband is for?
I was going to
No,
say,
literally.
my
yes.
value just shot through the roof.
I'm making Orca do it.
Buying husband shares left and right. All right, what's everybody drinking? Let's start with Burb.
I just have some water.
Good talk. Devin, what are you drinking?
I have a bottle of Diet Coke to finish off, so I just got some of that.
Nice.
Respect.
I have a can of Big Sippin' because the Sippin' Pretty offshoots are in fact continuing because morale has not improved. That's yeah, no. it was a long September. Like it started off just fine. Like we were in New York, got to see my family, got to eat real food, and then I came back and it was just all downhill from there at work. So it's really cool. If my boss is not listening to this, but if he is, it's true.
Of all of our bosses, yours is the most
It's
likely to
true.
be listening.
My boss is literally Aaron Goins of Star Wars Bookworms. It's fine.
Name drop. I'm just thinking, I don't know when the original Sippin' Pretty was first brewed, but I'm pretty willing to say my morale has dropped precipitously since then.
Oh,
so
it's everything's pretty bad. It's I'm just gonna keep making gabbling noises because that's kind of how it is right now.
Anyway, I'm drinking the Sippin' Blackberry. I considered going with the Big Sippin' for no other reason than the fact that it has a hippo on the can, which makes it an elite beer. But
also 8% alcohol, so
and I have to get up very, very early tomorrow, so
buckle up,
I decided not
motherfuckers.
to do that. Yeah, crushing it. Sorry, I'm unused to this intro segment not taking a full 30 minutes.
Yeah, it seems fake, honestly.
Before we dive in, see, we have 7 minutes to talk about farm worker justice at farmworkerjustice.org. They're an organization that works with national, regional, and community partners to stabilize our nation's farm workforce by improving economic opportunities, healthcare access, and working conditions for farmers. They seek an end to discrimination against farm workers in labor laws, promoting higher wages and better working conditions, supporting smart immigration policy that reflects the hard work and contributions of farm workers, and to make sure farm workers have access to healthcare and safe information.
I was just gonna say they're working hard right now while running straight into a brick wall. These poor people. So yeah, please give them money.
On the bright side, we do love laughing at industrial farm owners.
Yeah, but that's not what they do.
That is. It's a tangent for sure. That's not what farm worker justice. We are not means of production. We're not capitalist pod here. We're not looking for farm owner justice.
Oh my god!
I guess one could say we're looking for farm owner justice in a way, but it's a very different kind of justice.
But like a moisture farm.
That's honestly not where I was going with it. I was going more like
I liked it though.
vigilante revolution, seize the means of production.
Star Wars podcast.
But no, yours was more on topic. That's fair.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it.
Proud of you.
Oh my god, this is about to be loopy pod, so it's happening.
All right. Well, in the Battle of Jedha, for $1, can anybody name where this audio drama takes place?
Space.
Nailed it. That's our show. Thank you for listening.
I think it's Jedha.
I think it's Jedha too.
It is neither Donna nor Tatooine, famously.
Still kind of a desert planet though.
Yeah, no, there's so much sand. There's always going to be sand. There's sand everywhere. Sand.
Of course.
There's sand, there's dust.
Yep.
There's explosions.
Yep. I see now kind of what you mean about you were talking about how as the phases of the High Republic go on, the storylines become very difficult to it becomes difficult to untangle what one should read first or whatever, because I remember last time I was like, I don't understand why everyone is so goddamn angry that they just started rioting. Now I understand after the fact, now that I've read this. So yeah, I was missing context, but I understand. I also understand why you made us consume this in this order. So yeah.
No, listen. Nobody should ever be mistaken in thinking that I'm a high effort person when it comes to this pod. However, the order in which we read things is actually fairly carefully curated.
Wow. Okay, but I just want you to know that last time I was like, why is everyone so angry? And you're like, and you could have just said, wait for your ears to listen to this thingy.
There's reasons that will be.
That's not what you said, though.
I don't know. I felt like that was pretty clear. Kate, congrats, your bullpen didn't fuck it.
Oh, hey! Did we win?
You did win.
Fuck yeah. Go Yankees. Eat my ass, everybody. Anyway. It's fine. We're probably, by the time this comes out, we're going to have horribly lost the wild card, and I'm going to be so embarrassed. Anyway, what?
I just want to let you know right now, that's the outro. Like, that's I'm sorry for whatever comes next. It's not going to top that.
Yeah, and
reasonable.
That's fair. Yeah, no. There's a lot of where we're at in time is basically we're overlapping quite a lot with many things. But like at least where we left the comics off was when stuff started getting wild and crazy. Now we see the continuation and conclusion of the stuff getting wild and crazy, so that's fun.
Yeah, and it's
a lot of violence.
So much violence. So many critters.
A lot of violence, a lot of critters. It's interesting because like we've only ever seen Jedha before this in Rogue One, and it's like it's a fallen city, essentially. It's occupied by the Empire. All the Kyber crystals have been raided. The Guardians of the Whills are homeless on the street, literally. Like there's really nothing. And here, like, you know, it's I would say still not in its heyday at this point. Like, you know, there's only the one statue that's still standing out in the desert, at least at the start of all this.
So is it the one that falls down?
The one that falls down, yes, it is in fact. But it is still a place to which people make pilgrimages, and you find all these different groups doing it, and it leads to, honestly, like a lot of the problems that we're seeing in the world now with like over tourism and overcrowdedness, and people who actually live there can't get any services, and dealing with a bunch of different groups that aren't even from there and yet are like laying claim to it in a lot of ways. So yeah, just to back up what you're saying, Kate.
Yeah, no, as a person who grew up in a place that is the per capita per square mile is fucking intense. Like it's like, you know, it's that fun when, you know, the population of your city like basically quadruples in the space of a week because everyone's there for some event, and because they're there for some event, it winds up being a drunk event. And then, you know, and then basically, so what they basically did was like, here's like a street where you can't move. I'm gonna open all these lion cages because I am a stupid child who is useless.
You gotta free the kitty,
dude. I was washing dishes yesterday, and this kid opened the freaking lion cages, and I was just standing there like, kids are fucking stupid. I was like.
Both times I've listened to this, I was like actively expecting and wasn't going to be sad if the kid died.
Oh wow.
I'm saying it. Listen, sometimes consequences have action, or actions have consequences.
Oh my fucking god!
Even. Consequences do have actions.
Famously,
it's true. Maybe not in that order. Anyway, yeah, no, you let some lines loose. You do a few bombings. You know, there's supposed to be a treaty signing, and that's high pressure. So yeah, everyone is so happy and not anxious or anything at all.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing a treaty signing, and also everybody's still trying to get their revenge.
Oh my fucking god. Everyone in this audio drama is a nightmare.
Correct.
It's true.
Except for like, sorry, I listened to this and I didn't read the thing, so like I kept in my mind calling the like baby guardian of the Whills who frequented Enlightenment. I just kept calling him Kevin too. So that didn't help.
Not wrong. I think his name was Kef.
Kevin's always die,
and he also dies at the end.
Exactly.
I could have seen that. He was so enthusiastic about everything,
much to the chagrin of his friend Creighton, not to be confused by other Creighton.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was like, guys, sometimes if it's an audio medium, you need to think about these a little bit harder.
Just change the names.
Yeah, exactly. No. What, nobody else got confused between Bug Creighton and Jedi Creighton?
I didn't even clock like their names half the time. I don't like audio mediums.
Yeah, Kevin too. This is how it happens.
It's wild to say that on a podcast, by the way.
I know.
You're
I'm
not
not a
wrong.
fan of audio mediums. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of audio mediums. No one's a fan of this podcast because I'm either screaming or mumbling.
I mean, to be fair, we have like 4 listeners, and I'm pretty sure none of them are in this chat right now. Devin listens enough to edit. But does he listen once it's, once the final cut is done? No. I'm willing to bet no.
And that's fine.
I tried an audiobook once and we gave up.
I love how we tried an audiobook once. What a sentence. Like
Just in your whole life.
Yeah. It was a long drive. It was Michelle Obama. We were like, let's go.
Okay.
Couldn't fucking do it.
Oh man, that's rough. And Michelle, that's rough.
I got slightly back into audiobooks because I tried reading The 3-Body Problem and I just absolutely could not get through the prose.
Because it was super Chinese.
It's it was a me problem, but the prose style is very, very, very not Western.
It is stilted and dense. It is very Chinese.
Yeah. And so like even though it's like, incredibly well translated, it's a bit of a slog it was a bit of a slog for me, but then I listened to it on a drive to Oklahoma and it was actually great. So
you need to read more like Eastern European literature to like be the halfway point between that and like Chinese literature.
Yeah,
honestly,
fair. I've listened to. I've neither listened to nor read very much Russian literature. So
well,
oh, it's all depressing, but I would recommend Pushkin's short stories.
Noted. I'm more of a Russian like classical music kind of person rather than classical literature.
We're all very fancy here.
We are.
Cultured,
elegant dinner
you
party.
might say.
But anyway, I don't even remember what got us on that topic.
Something
about Jeddah. Oh, Kevin.
Classic
Other Kevin.
Classic Kevin.
Great.
I'm willing to move on, but this next point isn't mine, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
I mean, the next point isn't yours because you like barely did anything in the outline, like I fucking said. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say, as since you were mentioning what Jeddah looks like during Rogue One, I did like all of it's so weird to see all these military transports in the sky above the city, and I was like, buddy,
foreshadowing.
Buddy, you're not gonna have a bad time. You're gonna be dead, but like you're gonna have a bad time,
and it might even be of natural causes, depending on what species alien you are.
It's true. It's fine. Anyway, listen. So they're in a city full of unhappy people, but it is a location that's neutral and also sacred to most people. So they're like, sure, here's a safe place to sign a treaty for to end a deeply acrimonious war. Nope. I don't know. I don't fly my diplomats to fucking Switzerland to restart a war in Switzerland. What is happening?
It still makes no sense to me why they didn't just do it on the single shared moon they have, but that is like suspended between their 2 planets.
Because it's still full of dead people, probably.
Clear it's been like a month. They can clean the dead people.
I was gonna say I'm willing to bet it took longer to get to Jeddah and get everything set up than it did to clear the dead people.
But also, it's symbolic.
To not do it on the ship. Let us not renew this union between our planets.
Yes.
I hate to say it. I'm with Chris on this one.
Okay, but like I don't know how many dead people are on there. Would you have a dead people vacuum? Like I don't know. Whatever.
I do. It's called space.
Bro.
But then they're just floating around.
Whatever. I don't know. Jesus.
But yeah, no, I mean, I will say though, it is very.
We needed an excuse to be on Jeddah, okay?
I mean, yeah, exactly. It is true to life. To be fair, like treaties are signed in the most random fucking places, like and Versailles, almost never.
Or Versailles.
Or Versailles, or Paris, or Paris, or Versailles, or Paris, or Paris.
Sometimes.
Fun fact: if there's ever a trivia question about the name of a treaty and you don't know, say Treaty of Paris because you're probably 50% for it.
It's true though. But yeah, please don't restart a war in Switzerland, in like holy fancy Jesus Switzerland. I just don't.
I'd say this is more like Vatican City.
This is fully their
Honestly, actually,
City.
realistically, it's more Jerusalem, but that might be a little close to home.
Let's not talk about that right now. Yeah, I don't know, the audacity of like maybe it's because I haven't lived through something like this, but it's just like, imagine being so fucking mad you just start a war right fucking there where you're at, and it's not even like anything to do with anything. So that's cool. I'm an ambassador, and also I command the scary death robots.
Can I side note real quick? Every time they started talking about the ambassador, I was like, if you're on a diplomatic mission,
it's true.
Where is the ambassador?
She's starting the war.
She's doing a very good job of it.
I know, like greatly troubled.
Also, that line still makes no sense to me. Like, wouldn't Leia be the ambassador? I guess he was saying it to Captain Antilles and trying to find Leia. Okay, never mind. I'm tired.
How many times have you seen this fucking movie, bro?
It's been a minute.
How many times have you seen it,
though? A lot times.
Anyway.
I
don't know if y'all have anything to add to this, but I was just like, wow, this is number one, this is a lot of like forcing just like strong arming the plot into a location so that this can happen, and getting all the set pieces set up, and also like in terms of just like in story logic, this is so stupid. Which is not to say I didn't enjoy this, but oh my god.
Was there a reason that like it had to be on Jedha other than it's symbolic, and that they've already written it into the canon?
I don't think there was a reason it from Irem and Aranos' perspective that it had to be on Jedha. I think it was a suggestion.
No, I mean
from
like
Della.
like the
like a writing perspective.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted to be in Jedha, on Jedha.
Sure.
They just didn't want to be on Tatooine.
Treaty of Tatooine.
Find another fucking desert planet.
Fucking god.
Treaties can famously only be signed in deserts.
And like, to be fair, there's a lot of like really good
Paris.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of really good world like lore building basically happening here around Force users and stuff, but you know, it does kind of feel like I want to do some cool stuff about all these groups that we've heard about, and we don't actually have any information on them, as opposed to the story definitely needed this. Yeah, like there's a lot going on in Phase 2. I feel like we're doing this because it's cool. Which, like, listen, if I were given license to run around in Star Wars and do whatever the fuck I wanted, I probably would also do something similar. But let's not pretend that we did this for story reasons, because we didn't.
Yeah,
fair, a lot of it is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mission accomplished.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it is. So I liked this better than I remembered. I complained about this audio drama several times over the past few episodes.
Mightily.
And even more offline. But like the writing didn't bother me as much this time, but the shoehorning in of like 30 different things that were ultimately irrelevant is still very apparent.
I'm sorry, are we talking about a Star Wars prequel to something else? That we never do that. Shoehorn in stuff just because it's cool.
Filoni, where are you? Is Dave Filoni in the room with us right now?
Are the fucking CGI clone troopers that were literally more expensive than just getting some fucking extras in the room with us right now?
Yep. Just the best.
I love Star Wars.
It's great. It's such storytelling.
Cancel Disney Plus, guys. Anyway, all right. Other things that were also interesting and also kind of bothered me. So the path is at this point pretty well established on Jedha. They have their little healing center, and the mother's doing basically all she can to make the path look good and charitable, while also blaming every bad thing that happens on the Jedi, which makes sense. Except I don't know, we get to the end of the audio drama, and I think it's Creighton and Ada Forte who are having a conversation, and they're like, the Path tried to do all these things to make the Jedi look like they were orchestrating people's deaths and shit, but somehow the populace figured it out and everybody hates the Path now. I'm like, excuse me?
Yes, I don't know.
I
If
was
that's
like,
how that works.
I was like, is there a whole half hour I missed in the middle of here? Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the only one who was just like, wait, why though? Right?
No, no, I'm totally with you. It made no sense.
Also, I know this is about like the Path as a whole, but every time we see the mother, I just don't like her. She's so shady.
I know.
She's very good at what she does,
It's true.
and it just feels so mean.
She's very
I'm
good at what
soft.
she does. But also, like,
I really
how
wanted.
many plots do you need at the end of the day?
Yes, and I really wanted, especially again in terms of the writing, I really wanted them. I really wish that was like a character, like plot twist hand that was given away like now maybe, as opposed to we read Path of the Sea and we like she was on like literally page 1. I was like, bad guy.
Yeah.
Like literally on page 1, bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it like, oh, she's like, they keep trying to like paint the Path as this like inter-system like criminal syndicate, and it's just not. It's really just her being one person
It's her and a bunch of poor people who want to cook
who
vegetables.
gets around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
So
they steal something on Jeddah? Is that
So
implied here?
that is implied, and we're gonna learn more about it once we see the Battle of Jeddah from other perspectives in the next episode.
I see.
Also, I think somebody was like already trying to steal stuff in the comics. So
Yes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
too.
yeah, so
Yeah.
just we're continuing the slow stealing of whatever the fuck this item is. Yep. Who put this about the communications issues?
I fucking put this about the
Yeah,
first
you're not wrong.
thing-
Go on.
The first thing that happens like in this audio drama is everyone's like, the communication's down. All the short range comms on Jeddah are down. All the long range comms on Irem and Arano are down. And I'm like, I'm not gonna like victim blame the Jedi here.
But you are.
And
No, she definitely is. Just so everyone's clear.
at some point, with all the shit that's going on, the Jedi, I feel like, listen, if I can tell this is happening, it's a bad sign, because it's like the comms are down. I was like, oh, some shit's about to go down.
It really gives. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, I do know that this is called the Battle of Jeddah, so like we know it's going to go poorly. But the Jedi keep walking into these situations where there's no communication systems up and running, and like people keep dying and like going into caves and getting eaten by bad puppies. And they're just like, oh well, this is perfectly like, I know it's the frontier, but let's be more suspicious at some point.
Yeah, no. It's okay. It only takes them until the Clone Wars to realize that the comms getting cut might be a bad guy thing.
No, that's not true. C.O. Bibble knows at the beginning of fucking Phantom Menace when he says a communications blackout can only mean one thing, and everybody makes fun of him, and he's just remembering his history when nobody knows what a fucking communications blackout means.
The one time somebody's ever been right in Star Wars.
It's true. Also, that's not part of the Clone Wars, you know?
It's pretty definitively not part of the Clone Wars.
It's
10 years before the Clone Wars.
It's a fucking inciting incident, though. You just decide to do nothing in that fucking 10-year period while Anakin turns from like round-headed baby to like hot. So
famous evolutions of Anakin.
But yeah, there's a certain, the Jedi are like very naive, and even in a way that is frustrating after having read The Fallen Star, where everything is going wrong and they cut all your things, and actually your security tape is looping, and nobody fucking noticed. Like, that was fucking bananas. But yeah, we are at a place where the Jedi are really like not. I mean, they're not even quite ascendant, honestly. At this point, they're just another Force user group that everyone kind of just hates. And people they're kind of just
And they haven't even done anything yet.
there, right? Yes, yes,
Like, I get hitting them later.
right. We all do.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. But yeah. To put this about the combat roles and such like.
I did
I
because
thought it
I
was you.
contributed to the outline.
I didn't say you didn't. I said you did a bad job.
One thing that I found very interesting is you see Creighton, not Creighton, and Ada basically having to on the fly organize like guerrilla warfare against the two warring sides.
Oh God.
And they are deeply uncomfortable with it. Like Ada, like they're both like, we're not generals. Like they are very reluctant to take up this this mantle. The Guardians of the Wills are all for it. They're like, you're Jedi, your motives are above question, or something like that. And they're like, this feels bad. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good in my heart.
Yeah, violence is not good, famously.
Yeah.
Well, tell that to Stellan.
Oh my God.
I can't because he's dead.
Boom.
He's dead and or not born yet.
What is not being born if not early death?
I think it's sorry, getting back to the fucking point. I think it's Ada who's just like, isn't it so terrible when like non-military people have to take up military titles and lead troops and do war and stuff? And I'm just like,
Yeah, meanwhile 200 years later, fucking the Jedi Council and Yoda are like, all right, this is the plan, this is what we're doing, and everybody's like, all right, seems cool, seems real.
Not Anakin out here being like, I don't know if I have a job after the war's over.
Creighton and Ada only kill droids and machines, do not hurt any sentient beings. The Jedi in Attack of the Clones, fuck them bugs.
It's true though. Oh my fucking God.
I mean, it is nice to see that like this is the Jedi we were told exist.
Yes, that's true.
I was like, oh, they do. Several hundred years ago.
Yeah,
when they're kind of useless.
I mean, useless or as they should be.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who's this fucking? They're just out here on diplomatic missions because because they always have been the Republic's little bitches, and like we'll help do this piece.
Yeah, they're just out here prospecting and shit. Which I also we've been talking a little bit about how like here are a bunch of like Force using groups that we have never seen before, or have heard of, and they have like since like died out in some way or another. It's also nice to see like these like cross group friendship things happening. Like I feel like we don't really get that at all in any other Star Wars, because like usually when we come across other Force users, they're dark side users of some flavor or another. So yeah, no, it was real, like, Solantra has her buddy in the Guardian of the Wills who's, she's like, we've been bros for like ever and ever, and I'm like, that is so good and healthy. Fucking imagine that.
Friendship is an attachment.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. She definitely went to the dark side when he died.
Help.
She had dreams and everything.
What the fuck?
I also like seeing those relationships, but I also think that it's like a little bit of a failing of like what we were talking about before, where they introduce all these threads that are like not picked up, and I'm like, so like we see the convocation and we see all the different people in it, and aside from seeing them all being assholes in different ways, we don't get any like.
Don't talk about Kevin 2 like that.
May he rip in peace.
Damn.
But like we don't learn anything about how their views differ and like
Mhm.
why Darksiders are like just allowed to vibe out here and like nobody's having any issues with it. Like what is the like alleged benefit of the Brothers of the Ninth Door besides just being a plot device? Like the Sorcerers of Tund or whatever they were in the previous one also like seemed kind of sketchy. Like there's all these different threads that like I get they like put them in for flavor, but the fact that we don't then see like anything about like their different views of the Force other than the path of the open hand, which we know is like bullshit. Like
So-
it's a little it was a little frustrating to me.
So, spitballing a question here. Like, do I agree that these things were kind of like, again, shoehorned in because they were cool? Yes. Also, what do we feel like a successful introduction to all of these groups would have been, where we felt like we got enough and we largely left their lore and whatever the fuck else open to other writers for Star Wars?
Did we see any of the actual convocation?
In the High Republic comic last week,
That we
Okay.
got that when they were throwing knives, that was them.
Yeah, and the answer is exposition, but audio drama, etc.
but I mean like I feel like it could have been done in dialogue. Like I feel like in a way it's perfect for an audio drama. I don't know. Anyway,
Like the episode of Doctor Who where they go to the end of the world and they like everybody walks in. It's like, oh, they're from this planet, and they all give a gift, freely given.
I've actually never watched an episode of Doctor Who in my life.
Okay, well, never mind. But
I've
it's
seen
just
that
like,
clip of when they take Van Gogh to the Van Gogh Museum.
That's
That's the
different
extent of my
episode,
Doctor Who knowledge.
different doctor. But it's kind of like this way. It's a quick introduction to everybody there. It's like, oh, here's these people from this system, and then it's like, here is this, like the tree people are like, this is a clipping from my grandfather. They could have done that somehow with the Force.
Mm-hmm.
And like, or like the Jedi, like, or like them, like being like, we didn't ask for this like treaty signing, and the Jedi being like, well, we felt like it's our responsibility to help facilitate peace, and everybody being like, yeah, that's your responsibility. That's not our responsibility. Like, I feel like there were views that could have been brought into it.
Yeah, for me, like, I think the Festival of Light was an excuse to have a boiling over of people's feelings and not well used enough, I think, to demonstrate the differences between all these groups, because like I feel like this is an event that kind of like cuts across all these groups no matter what. Like, they're celebrating the light side of the Force, and I don't know, you got your stall for your Guardians of the Wills, and you got your who are like doing that thing where you fish for rubber duckies or something, and they teach you a thing, and then like
Who's giving out Bibles?
right. And then the Sorcerers of Tund giving out Bibles, basically, and so on and so forth. And then the Jedi are like, I don't know, children, come lick these kyber crystals or whatever the fuck they do.
Don't lick the rocks.
Don't lick them though. But like, yeah, no, I feel like there were a lot of like shades I could have filled in there, and they just kind of fucking didn't. They just had bad cats in cages that the stupid child let out, and that was that.
I completely agree that they didn't do enough with the Festival of Light, if for no other reason than the fact that I completely forgot that the Festival of Light was even a plot device until you just said it.
Yeah, same. But also, like, we got like the thing about doing an audio drama is that you can have background stuff, and so there was somebody like fried tip yip.
Oh my god, if I hear the fried
that-
tip yip guy one more fucking time, I'm gonna choke out a motherfucker.
Like,
But you
can
know
do
what sound
that
she
with-
loves? She told me she loves is all the crying babies.
There was way too many fucking crying babies in this.
Dude, it was at the point where I was like, screaming babies better than crying babies. Like, it's fine. Continue, Burp.
They could have fried tip-yipped the exposition into this.
Right, like, I don't know, it's a festival. Do a carnival game. Feed people literally anything except fried tip-yip for the love of Christ. I just...
No Ronto ribs. You couldn't get more fucking Galaxy's Edge promotional food items in there. Come on now.
The fucking like Outer Rim blockade due to the war really is just like fucked everything up.
Not a Ronto to be found.
It's fine. All right. So I buy that the moral of the story is that peace is not easy and it is hard won. But you literally had to say that, which hurt me. And restart your war in the middle of like what you're saying, like St. Peter's Square, basically. And so I had a problem with that.
You don't love a good monologue?
Oh my god, Creighton started monologuing, and I was like, "Can I shut this off like right fucking now?"
To be clear, Jedi Creighton, not Bug Creighton.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Like, okay, like I think that's a perfectly good thing to like draw out of this, especially if you want to like draw out threads of like, here are all the mistakes that they made again during the Clone Wars and such, and also we've spent some time talking about what the war was like for Ziri and Fantu and the royal families versus like the actual like people on the ground or like soldiers, and we get more of that here, but also literally we have Ada Forte being like, maybe that's the cost of peace, and I was like, I'm gonna throw myself out a goddamn window.
Yeah. I don't have anything for this.
Yeah. My issue with that is that it's like the ambassador saying that, and I was like, didn't they specifically like choose like a noble woman for this?
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting just because they...
It's interesting, the war crimes.
Yeah. Well, and like they did a certain amount of beating over the head, but that is kind of the nature of the medium. But when they talk about how like peace isn't really just up to Ziri and Fantu anymore. Like at this point they can try, but they already had to kill the viceroy or kill imprison. He died. They didn't kill him on purpose. They already had to depose the viceroy and his son's band of rebels. Clearly, the Irami ambassador is going to get in trouble when she heads back.
She is so fucking
to Iram.
She's super fired, bro. Like, just like, oh my god, you're in so much trouble.
Like, but like, it challenges this very fantasy and like Star Wars is space fantasy, so I think it was appropriate in Star Wars in the previous book, but it challenges this fantasy notion of like everybody is loyal to their monarch. That's just how the world works. And people who aren't are obviously rebels, and which is like ironic considering Star Wars.
Rebels.
But
go ahead, Burp.
Rebels.
Yes. My favorite thing in Star Wars right now is all these anti-capitalist creators playing in this universe and creating monarchies and being like, "This is fine. We're just gonna not talk about it." We're just like, I don't blame them. This is like the playground that they're in, and also the incongruity is amusing to me sometimes. But which is to say, yeah, agree.
Yeah,
you.
it is a certain hazard of working with IPs.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. I'm gonna. I have more quibbles about this. I have more quibbles about the way this was written, and you were like, I think that's just the nature of the genre, and maybe I just can't listen to audio dramas. But before we talk about that, at the end of like last actual book we read, I was like, wait, are the graphs the ones who were funding the path? And I fucking knew it. I knew they were sus as fuck.
It is at least one graph. This is true.
Yeah.
Who is now a dead graph.
Yeah, he's super dead.
R.I.P.
I had a question for Chris, I guess. So right before she kills him. The mother says that she sacrificed one of quote unquote our elders to be part of this plot.
I think she meant Elder Delwyn.
Okay. I couldn't tell if she meant Elder Delwyn or the Santeca that got murdered all the way at the beginning.
I can tell you she is not a Santeca.
Okay. Cool.
That is we actually are going to learn more about who she is.
I mean, she knows the graphs, obviously.
But she is not a Santeca.
Which, like, I don't know who you have to be to know the graphs, but it can't be fucking good.
I mean, petty criminals know the graphs.
Aren't they prospectors? Hyperlane people?
Yes. Although that honestly, I'd be interested if they ever go like further back than phase 2 and show the actual like prospecting phase. Like they did a little bit of it in Quest on Behalf of the Hidden City, but like they never actually show like what is entailed there and how the Santecas and the Graphs made their money. Like they're not quite as entrenched at this point as they are in phase 1, where they're like old money by that point, and then they're fucking like old money. So such old money that we don't even care anymore by the time of the fucking New Republic.
I was gonna say by the time of Poe Dameron grabbing a map.
This will begin to make things right. Meta, JJ.
I really imagine hyperspace prospecting as that thing where Jesus, it's like dowsing for like a well or something. So you just have like 2 pieces of wood and you're like just pointed all over the place. Like
that feels right, honestly.
Where's a good hyperspace lane? Is it here? Is it here?
Someone's real good at sniffing them out.
Like, oh my god, I think the wood jumped in my hands. Maybe we should fly into that area of
God
space.
Many a supernova was found that way.
And they were never heard from again, and they had to find a new piece of wood. Yeah, maybe I just don't like audio dramas because I was just like, holy fucking shit. Like, listen, this is the author who also wrote Quest on Behalf of the Hidden City, and you know there were just times when I was reading that where I was just like, oh my god, exposition and dialogue, my most favorite thing, where the child tells his father about the wish that his dying mother made when he was not there, you know, like,
as you know, father.
Oh my god,
this was mother's most cherished wish.
And there was a lot of that here, and like, yes, like that is part of the medium, and also I don't know, like do better. I don't fucking know. Like there are other audio dramas that we've listened to that do similar things. I think part of the reason why this was as insufferable as you recalled it to be, Chris, is because like I was like, oh, fun facts about Jedha and the Convocation and other stuff, and also like that doesn't necessarily have replay value for me when I want to like pull my ears off listening to this all the fucking exposition.
Yeah, it's just I think there are good audio dramas. I think they exist. I think Cavan Scott is actually pretty good at writing them. I liked Tempest Runner.
I think
there's one in phase 3 that he did that I really liked.
Dr. Aphra for me has been the best of the bunch that we've listened to so far on the pod.
Dr. Aphra notably was a story that was already written, and it was adapted as an audio drama.
I think I read Dr. Aphra.
I think you did. I mean,
but I agree.
Like, I'm thinking of other audio dramas that I've enjoyed, and a lot of them have been like based on books. Like, I just listened to one based on The Dark is Rising, which is Blast from the Past, if you remember that from your childhood. But which was super good, but like I don't. Yeah, again, that was based on a book, literally.
I think Dr. Aphra also worked very well because it takes place between.
She's hot.
Well, yes. But also it takes place between A New Hope and Empire, and so there's an understanding of between the author and the audience of what's going on here in the background.
Also,
and they don't need to spell it out every fucking like we don't need to know why Darth Vader is pissed off at this particular moment, because we know it's because his son blew him up. Like,
and also like the other thing too is that Aphra has a compelling voice on her own, and she's a naturally chatty character, and so it doesn't feel contrived.
I agree. I actually in that vein, I found the chapters involving Ada in particular far more palatable than pretty much anyone else, because I just found her to be a more interesting character than like fucking brooding Creighton or Keth, who is just talking to himself the whole time. I did enjoy the
Leave
droid.
Kevin alone.
I did enjoy the droid who can only speak in Bible verses.
I was gonna say the
That was
Bible
the
droid
fucking
was my
funniest thing in the world.
the Bible droid was my favorite fucking character. That's the end. That's it. That's all I got for you. That was fucking genius. Honestly, he was deeply well written. Like I was, like I guess like I'm just imagining like writing this thing and being like, how many aphorisms can I pull out of my brain hole? And like I could not pull that many aphorisms out of my brain hole. So like, hats off to you, George.
It was honestly, it was very George Lucas too. It was very Indiana Jones to me, and like particularly Last Crusade, but just in general, when like there'll be some like esoteric clue and they're like, what does this mean conceptually? And then Indy will be like, it means there's a big X on the floor right over there and we need to break it.
It's
Like
yeah.
it's like it's very it's just very funny. Like I enjoyed it, and it like kind of pokes fun at the genre.
Yeah, that is completely true. But yeah, no, bring back the Bible droid. Everything else can
Yeah,
go somewhere
more
else. I don't
Bible
know.
droids.
Listen, it's a droid. It can conceivably be alive in the future at any fucking point in time. So
It's true.
It's true.
That's what Hu Yang said.
it's true. God, Master Hu Yang is so freaking old. The oldest droid ever.
I'm honestly surprised that we don't see Hu Yang at all in the High Republic. And a little
do
bit
we
disappointed.
Not? That's
Is-
fucked.
Who is that?
He is the
Burb, have you watched Clone Wars?
Yes.
he is the droid who takes the babies to Ilum to get their kyber crystals and make their lightsabers.
Okay, I haven't watched Clone Wars in a long ass time, so
Well,
I
he-
will just believe you.
Doctor Who tie-in, though, he's voiced by David Tennant.
That's true.
Oh.
And he's also in the Ahsoka show,
Yes.
because Filoni can't resist.
I mean, I know. See, that's a self insert. I didn't mind.
No,
By self insert, I mean self created insert.
I agree. I found it stupid when I saw the trailer, and then he actually like had a point in
No,
the show, and
he's-
I'm like, okay, this isn't terrible.
Listen, never cast aspersions on Hu Yang. He's doing great. Do we have anything else on the medium that we would like to say?
I don't know how I feel about like exposition. Like the exposition should not be like in your face exposition. I think the audio point of the
Yeah.
audiobook is the exposition. Like the audiobook itself is the exposition.
I almost would have preferred a narrator, honestly. Like, I know it's a script and it's dialogue heavy, but like
That's
the
why-
Ventress,
That's why Afra works.
yeah, like it works for Afra. It worked for the Ventress one as well, because you had Ventress narrating her life, and like it was memories, but it was Ventress. And like, I don't know, Burb, that might have been before you joined the pod. It's possible.
Is that the Count Dooku one?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Um,
think I read that one too.
fair. But yeah, like, I needed more from this.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I did, but I needed more from it.
It was fun. It moved the plot along. Some people died. I got a Bible droid. It's kind of
I will not be revisiting it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, well, that is our show. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Book Wars Pod. Next episode, we are continuing with comics. First and foremost, we're going to learn more about the Battle of Jeddah from other perspectives. We're going to be reading The High Republic, the 2022 version, Volume 2, Battle for the Force. We're also going to be reading The High Republic Adventures, the 2022 version, Volume 2, no subtitle. That is issues 6 through 10 of the Marvel one, The High Republic, and issues 5 through 8 of The High Republic Adventures. After that, we're going to be diving a little further and farther afield. We're going to be reading The High Republic Adventures, The Nameless Terror, and The High Republic, and that is issues 1 through 4. We're reading the whole miniseries. And The High Republic Adventures, Quest for the Jedi, which is just a long one-shot. And then after that, we're getting back to books.
Thank God this shit has pictures. That's all I gotta say.
And no audio.
Thank God.
In the meantime, if you have the means, please first and foremost donate to Farm Worker Justice at farmworkerjustice.org. Then, if you would like to light your money on fire, you can donate to the Tasha Station Radio Patreon, or give us coffee at ko-fi.com/bookwarspod. It's the best way to help us cover our hosting and production costs. And on Patreon, we are still streaming twice a month. Kate is starting to stream Hades 2. She'll be doing it all weekend. All previous weekend by the time you hear this.
It's true. I'm so fucking excited. I got like 300 hours in the original because grad school was hard and bad.
Our theme song is Whiz Bang by Poddington Bear. Our logo and artwork are by Joe Butera Design. Our audio and production are done by soon-to-be Dr. Producer Devin Keys. From all of us, Chris, Kate, Miranda, Devin, Rana, Argos, Blue, Flix, Magenta, Merly, Orca, and Tony, thank you for listening. I will talk to you next week.
Fuck yeah. Go Yankees. Eat my ass, everybody.